Have you seen this like thing that the potato famine? You know what I'm talking about?
The potato famine? Sure.
It's not real. Like there was never a potato shortage.
Yeah, wasn't it a famine and all they had was potatoes?
Yeah, I think it's not what people think.
Yeah, it's potatoes saved them during the famine. Like all they had was potatoes, not there weren't enough potatoes.
Right, because that would be kind of like not a problem.
Right.
Well, maybe like
I don't
for
know.
money. I think
it says. But if you Google it, it says that the Great Famine was caused by a failure of the potato crop.
Yeah.
So it says no potatoes.
But isn't it because the British like destroyed
Yeah,
their
we're
land?
doing some shit.
Yeah. This is awesome. People probably love this right now.
Yeah.
People love the potato famine facts, man.
Yeah, it's a big potato famine audience.
It's having a big. Oh yeah, the crossover, the Venn diagram.
Dude, I should have
I
should have my own podcast through Snackspot just about the potato famine, and build some like niche audience of like 60-year-olds. You know what I mean? Like former veterans who just love history.
Guys who just have like read all the World War II books 4 times over, and they just need something new to get their fix.
Right, and they're like, yeah, my great grandpa was Irish.
This sounds like propaganda. The Irish potato famine was not simply a natural disaster. It was. Oh wait, never mind. This is not. No, I fucked up, dude. I'm out of it today, boys.
Yeah, we're all a little goofy.
I've had like 4 thoughts that I'm like, oh, this is a good thought, and I just don't. They're somewhere. They're gone. They're elsewhere now. And I've been sitting. Then I sit here in silence and rack my brain, like, dude, what was that fucking thought? And then I have another thought. I'm like, oh, but now I have a new thought, and then I lose that thought with the other thought.
Right,
now I have no.
Luckily,
thoughts.
you got a couple of pros here to cover for you with potato famine.
Yeah,
talk.
we'll just.
On
Every
my
time
sticky
we
note,
lose
I
track,
have.
we'll just go back to the potato
On my
famine.
sticky note, I have potato famine, and that's all I have.
Yeah.
So
can you imagine
Should've
if
wrote
Alex
more down
Jones was
today.
around that time? Like, I want someone to make like an AI creation of Alex Jones talking in context of like different crazy historical events. Like,
oh my god,
you know what I mean? Like, have him be like back, just hypothetically in the 1800s, and be like, the goddamn British made our potatoes gay, and they all fucking died or some shit. And you're like, okay,
the British poisoned our potatoes, and they're turning our children Japanese.
yeah, some like crazy shit.
The soil
made our kids horny. All the little kids are fucking each other.
Now let me ask you. Now let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this: why would 2 16-year-olds want to have sex unless it was the British messing with our
He just
potatoes?
does not confusing. I have the documents right here. The British poisoned our potato. He always says that. Every clip of him, he's like, I have the documents right here, like to justify. Like he just holds up like any piece of paper. He's like, it's right here, and you're like, oh, okay. You
It's
just
like a
believe him.
weird,
a sheet of Arby's coupons.
Yeah, it's like a receipt. It's right here. I contacted the CIA and I got all the information right here. It's all like really little.
Yeah, it's to hide their secrets.
I actually took this out of a CIA dumpster. It was shredded, and I put it back together myself in my downtown Austin apartment. I am looking for a roommate. He's like advertising on there. I'm looking for a roommate and a possible lover if you want to move into my loft in downtown Austin.
There's a couple. Okay, we got a lot to talk about. That's honestly kind of a good segue into this thing that I wanted to show you.
Yeah, let's see it.
So I've been messing around with Bing's AI.
Dude, you and
platform.
AI,
Have you tried
dude.
it? Have you tried this though?
No.
So Bing's
But I see
AI,
ads all
it
the
is,
time.
it
It's
is,
like
it's,
Bing runs
yeah,
the best AI
It's
system.
ChatGPT. So I've been playing with it, because I what I wanted to do was make it into I wanted to use it to make graphics for the Who Would Win, but it's kind of finicky about some of that stuff. So what?
Did you buy this laptop entirely to be able to use Bing's AI on it?
Pretty much. I mean, not entire. I mean, I've wanted to do this for a long time, but today, me like going through Bing was the inciting incident. Like, okay, this was kind of the final thing that pushed me to.
So
like,
you went and
getting
bought that
one.
before the show today?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Did you buy that too?
Yeah.
And the pad?
No.
Okay. But the mouse?
Yeah, I had to get a little mouse.
Okay.
I like this. I don't like the.
Was it worth it?
touchpad. I think so, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. This was the least expensive laptop, second least expensive laptop in all of Best Buy.
Okay. I think I have the least expensive one at home, so
Oh, okay.
got you there. But
But anyways,
But even
honestly,
that was like $200.
Oh, whoa.
What?
That's an interesting number. But so I was trying to do stuff like this was the one. Create an image of Shrek fighting a tiger. So you can do stuff like this.
Yeah, they can't see it though.
Yeah, they can.
Oh,
See, that's why I got this laptop because the Macs don't interface correctly with it. Come on, kid. You
What,
think I'm
not-
not? You think
Actually, no, I'm still not wrong because people are listening to this as a podcast.
Oh, well, most people watch it on YouTube anyways. And if you're not, then screw you.
Wow, that's rude to say.
Well, fucking
You know,
get
because
on, get
I
on
hate
YouTube,
dude,
brother.
they say that on the Yak all the time.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I feel bad for the people listening to this as a podcast. People are probably listening on YouTube though.
Look at
Dude,
how
that's fucking great.
sick these are.
I thought you
Aren't
said
they
it didn't
awesome?
work super well.
No. See, like,
That's
here.
fantastic.
I know. This is, brother.
Say
you're not even
without
listening to me.
weapons. Because if you said without weapons, sorry, what am I not listening to?
So, it's a little finicky. Like, what I wanted to do was, like, Theo Vaughn. Hold on. You got to do it. Create an image of Theo Vaughn fighting Harry Potter. What the fuck?
But he's got ass connection.
No, don't. All right, don't worry about that.
Buys this new laptop, he's got
damn
no
it.
connection.
Matthew, quit.
Is this free of charge?
Yeah, it's anybody can use it. Let's see. Create an image of
Of
Theo
Theo Vaughn
versus
fighting
Fighting
Harry
Harry.
Potter. Search. Okay. Cooking with peanut oil now.
So its problem is like sometimes. See, I don't think it necessarily knows exactly who Theo Vaughn is because I tried to do one earlier that was like Joe Rogan versus Kermit the Frog or something, and it's like I can't do images of real people fighting fictional characters, so sometimes it's a little finicky. See, so you can't. So that's not really. That's just kind of like Harry Potter. You know, maybe getting ready to fight something, but there's no Theo Vaughn in there or whatever.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Now this is something, Matthew. This is the real thing. I was using it this morning to create new conspiracy theories. So I thought that would be fun.
What do you got for me?
Well, I don't have any that I did
come
earlier.
on.
Matthew, just
You didn't come
be
prepared?
with me here. Because we're doing it live,
Okay.
kid. We're doing it live. But so, but I did a test one that was like create a conspiracy theory about socks.
Create a conspiracy theory about Taylor Swift right now. Come on.
See, I don't. It might make a.
No such thing. Everything's real. Dude, I saw that did you see that thing about her airplane? Did you see like why her like PR team's trying to get like flight tracker that was a horrible sentence, but I saw a thing that her PR team or something of that nature was trying to make sure that her plane couldn't be tracked. And then shortly after that, like a few days after that, it came out that like whoever the Taylor Flight Tracker Twitter account tweeted out that she took a hysterical flight. I'm going to look it up. Taylor Swift Flight Tracker.
Fuck, brother.
How do I find dude, there's a website somewhere. Oh, here it is. Taylor Swift jet tracking. Yeah, flew from somewhere in St. Louis, Illinois to St. Louis, Missouri. It was a 13-minute flight.
Damn, dude.
And my thought process was like,
Just how the other half lives, man.
Oh, sorry. So there's a like community guideline on this tweet
Okay.
for reader context. That says that plane was sold. She only has one plane now, so those short flights were
Whoa,
most likely like demo or test flights.
dang. So she's
down to one
She
plane.
had more than one plane. It's not,
That's
boy,
apparently-
are things going bad for Taylor Swift? She had to cut down to
I
one
think
plane.
so, dude. I really do
Brutal.
think so.
Brutal. God, prayers for T Swift. But yeah, that makes sense because obviously, like, she's gonna be getting all kinds of flack for like the crazy travel that she'll do for the Super Bowl and things like that.
Yeah, but a 13-minute flight would be insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be
Just boom,
Yeah.
boom, up and down.
so choose a conversation style: creative, balanced, or precise. What's that mean? Creative is probably art, huh?
Yeah.
Balanced
Well,
is
it's
like
like-
if you're lonely, and precise is if you're fact checking stuff.
Yeah, that's what it seems to me. Yeah, because it's the way that they have it set up is like, the way that they kind of are setting this up is like talk to it, like just sit down and go back and forth with this thing
Yeah, I
for
don't
as
like
long
that.
as you can. I mean,
Do you know how much?
what are you gonna do?
This
What are
thing,
you gonna
I
do?
mean, I guess this is a new laptop, so hopefully you don't have a lot of personal stuff on there. But dude, this thing's probably data mining the shit out of your laptop while you're sitting here using its AI.
Maybe.
Because you got personalization turned on, which means it's probably taking everything you've ever looked at on
Balance.
Google and just zipping it all in one. It's probably pinging my phone right now. It's got my social.
Forks.
It's trying to take over my identity.
Let's see if this works. Create a conspiracy theory
There's no
about forks.
conspiracy theories about forks.
That's why we're making one, man.
That's not cool.
Why is this
I want
not working?
George Bush. Because there's no conspiracy
But there's
theories.
real conspiracies about George
Yeah,
Bush,
that's what
Matthew.
makes it cool. There's no fucking conspiracy theories
No,
about forks.
brother, you're not.
Forks were
Matthew,
invented
I
by the
don't think-
Nazis
Matthew,
to
I don't think.
accidentally stab people's gums
See, why is this
that
going
had abnormally sized gums. And then if they saw people that had gum stabs from forks, that's how they knew that they should.
on? See, not bad.
Yeah.
But Matthew, I don't think
I don't
you're
need Bing to
fully-
do that.
Matthew, I don't think you're fully understanding the potential of what we've got here. Think about what's your favorite conspiracy
Obviously
theory?
fucking
Matthew,
not.
what's your favorite conspiracy theory? One of them I happen to know is that birds aren't real, which is so fucking funny.
I think my one, yeah, that one. I don't think that's one of my favorite conspiracy theories. I think it's funny to, push that agenda. What
Okay.
the fuck is going on?
Okay, so again, what I really wanted to do with this AI was have it create conspiracy theories. So I just typed in write a conspiracy theory about mustaches. And it's got this whole fucking big thing. Let's see. In the clandestine corridors of power, where shadows dance and secrets thrive, there exists a covert organization known as the Handlebar Society. Their mission? To manipulate world events one mustache at a time. The Mustache Matrix. Agent 47, a brilliant yet enigmatic scientist, discovered the hidden power of mustaches. These facial follicles, he theorized, were conduits for interdimensional energy. When twirled just right, they could unlock portals to alternate realities. The Handlebar Society harnessed this knowledge. Their agents infiltrated governments, corporations, and celebrity circles. I mean, dude, it's all adding up.
While sporting impeccably groomed mustache.
Think about all the famous people that have mustaches out there. Going back to the 80s.
They weren't mere
Tom
fashion
Selleck.
statements. They were quantum keys.
Dude. So I guess after all of this, wow. So now there's this whole,
It's a lot of information.
this is incredible.
Dude, you want to know what this would be really good for, actually? And you might disagree with me because you might take away from the craft, but I bet you could come up with some really cool dungeons quests using AI.
Oh, 100%. That's a great idea. Now, wow. So the Great Mustache Conspiracy. I love it. Now, here's where things get a little weird, Matthew. The other thing I typed in was this. Write a conspiracy about a podcast called Two in the Cooler.
Yeah, you misspelled it, though.
I know, but it got what I said. And this is what it has written. First of all, it knows our names. Titled The Chilled Frequency Conspiracy. In the dimly lit corners of the podcasting underworld, which is clearly where we are right now, where sound waves intersect with secrets, there exists a show called Two in the Cooler. Innocent enough, right? But peel back the audio layers and you'll discover a web of intrigue that rivals any government cover-up. The setup. Matt and Andy. That's us, Matthew. The enigmatic hosts claim to be mere brothers with different viewpoints, but what if their sibling rivalry is a smokescreen? What if their real mission is to decode hidden messages embedded in their episodes? See, now I'm worried because this does sound like a lot
The
like what we do.
podcast logo, a frosty beverage cooler with 2 cans holds the key.
Brother.
The cans, not just any soda, that's Quantum Cola containers. Okay, so this is cool, but also, how about it goes back to parallel universes? Is that the only conspiracy that AI can come up with? Is
Brother, it's the only one that matters. Oh, episode
197,
Snow Days, which was very actually time traveling. Snowstorm acts as temporal vortex.
And they were snowed in. but
Barbie
what if
connection. Matthew's review of Barbie from 177. Wow, this is crazy. When Matt praised Barbie's
Andy's
career
Ninja
choices.
Turtle hype, a distraction.
Brother, it knows I like Ninja Turtles.
Uncle Al's
Let's go.
role.
Old Uncle Al, the reoccurring guest. Oh, shit. Whoa. The grand finale, the final. There's nothing left. Brother, you got to write your own stories. Wow.
Dude, that's
How
that's why I
sick
don't
is
like
this?
AI.
Now, this is awesome. Legend has it that Uncle Al once sang a lullaby to the Big Bang itself. Brother, that's one of the funniest things I've ever read. The universe hiccuped, and the dinosaurs got a little jazzier. AI's my new best friend. That's the funniest thing I've ever fucking read.
You've been trying to soft launch AI as your best friend for months now. Andy.
You
You're
are
not
you are
surprised.
right. This is crazy, dude.
Yeah, see, I don't like shit knowing my name like that, Andy.
Yeah, but Matthew, this is the 200th episode of this podcast. Like, we've put out so much information. Of course, AI knowing who we are is the least of our worries,
This is
pal.
the 200th episode?
Yeah. Folks, if you're like me, you hate leaving the house. But the good news is, with all the technology we have got today, you don't have to, all right? You can stay cozy this winter when you use Instacart, because with Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. And the best part is, right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit our link in this episode description. Why not make things a little easier on yourself and start using Instacart today? Folks, a great way to support the show is to actually do something nice for yourself and check out all the sick merch we have got over at snackspot.se/teespring.com /creator/teespring.com. Link's going to be in this episode description anyway, so it doesn't matter what I say. You can just hit that, baby, and it'll take you right where you need to go. You can check out all the great stuff we've got on there. T-shirts, mugs, bucket hats, all kinds of cool accessories, not just for this show, but also for Schemin' and Dreamin' and Quested, the other 2 podcasts that we produce right here. So go check it out because it's top quality material, folks, okay? This is not, the cheap stuff, the cheap brand you're getting from other shows or other organizations, things like that. No. We would not skimp out on you. So go take a look for yourself. Hit the link in this episode description, or again, just visit snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Folks, I mentioned it up top, but I got to say it once again. The brand new Patreon page is live. It's patreon.com/snackspot. We've got a lot of cool things planned for that, a lot of exclusive content, exclusive shows that are going to be up there. But of course, right now you can enjoy the wonderful Captions On podcast, where our great producer Emily Faz from Schemin' and Dreamin' and myself are going through all the Disney Channel original movies. My God, what a roller coaster. You don't want to miss this ride, so come along. And the best news is, the Patreon's only $3 a month, baby, so you definitely want to sign up before that price goes up. Once again, patreon.com/snackspot. You can hit the link in this episode description or in our Instagram bio. Go check it out. And if you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show Schemin' and Dreamin' or Quested, the Dungeons and Dragons podcast that we produce right here, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond, okay? It's cool to see companies that you wouldn't expect, like McDonald's, State Farm, NASCAR, starting to advertise on podcasts. It's wild. I think it says a lot about the effectiveness of podcast advertising, and it's cool to see companies of that magnitude with that kind of advertising budget, move away from more traditional stuff like TV, whatever, into the podcasting space. It's very cool to see. The problem is, it hasn't really left a lot of room for smaller local businesses to get in on the action, but that's what we are here for. That's what we are all about. So again, if you're interested in learning all the benefits of podcast advertising, hit us up at snackspotsports@gmail.com. ChatGPT.
Yep. Oh man.
What's the deal? Here, I want to start off with this because you started to say something really interesting in there. Because, like, I'm looking at ChatGPT, and I feel like I'm just a regular kind of guy checking it out and seeing how crazy it is. And, you know, I feel like the most famous application for it at this point right now is people using it to, like, write their essays and stuff like that.
Okay.
But you're getting the wheels turning about what it could do for creators. Because the other thing, when I saw it, I was just messaging somebody about this the other day. I was like, dude, it's scaring me because I feel like pursuits and entertainment and stuff were kind of the one safe thing from automation. And now ChatGPT, if it's getting into that,
out the window.
dude, it's bad news. But
Yeah.
you're starting to think about how we could maybe use it to like a creative advantage.
Stuff like that is like Pandora's box. It's out now though. There's nothing you can do to put it back. So it's like, how do I use this to my advantage before I'm in a situation to where I can't use it to my advantage and other people are using it to their advantage, affecting me? If that makes any sense.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Like I feel like there was like in our minds, we always had this vision of what the future would look like, and like people have like robots and stuff in our house, but it's like I don't think we're realizing that that's literally what it is. It's just not in the physical, but literally you have a robot at your fingertips with like access to everything.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
Like it knows the answers to
Yeah,
whatever you
like-
are talking about. And like it can, you know, I've seen people type stuff in there like, you know, write a monologue in the voice of, you know, Jerry Seinfeld or something.
Yeah.
And it like, it's not like perfect, but it's damn near close to perfect.
Bro, I
and
heard
even,
some
like, imitating
Drake
it.
songs. I heard some.
I've seen those too,
Chat
dude.
GPT
Yeah.
Drake song, and it sounded just like him. But I'm listening to the lyrics like, that don't quite sound like something Drake would say. But it's like just hearing it quick, you would never know. Like,
Sure, but like you can tell what it's going for. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty. It's like just
It's
a couple
close.
degrees off, and yeah, man. People. I mean, I've heard people say like, imagine what this thing is gonna do in like 10 years. But I feel like we are well past the stage where technological advancements take that long. Like as far as what the future of ChatGPT is gonna be, I think we're looking at 3 years, 5 years tops until it's like just beyond our current
Yeah, I think
comprehension.
it's gonna
You know what I
happen
mean?
fast, yeah.
It happens so
Yeah.
fast now, dude. Like
I
it's
agree.
we're way past the time where it takes like decades to make big
Yep.
technological jumps like that. You know, like it's
A lot
gonna
of
get
people
here a
are
lot
scared,
faster.
though.
than we
They're
think.
saying like, please don't turn it on anymore. Like,
See-
and I agree in a way.
Yeah, I like the way you said that. Like I agree in a way, because like I'm not sitting up at night like holy fuck, like it's coming for us.
Yeah.
But it's getting closer to that.
You know what? It's just we don't really understand it. Yet,
Like-
you know?
Yeah.
I don't like all the AI stuff. Like Snapchat added this new AI. The people that I know that are big Snapchatters informed me, like, hey, make sure you like turn it off from viewing your stories. I'm like, what? Because I can't get it off the top of my screen.
Yeah,
It drives
me
me
neither.
nuts. I don't think it comes off. But they're like, turn it off from viewing your stories. I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, so whatever. I looked and I had never activated it or whatever, so it didn't matter for me. But I guess if you activate it, like if you start like talking to it and stuff, it'll view your stories and it'll like reply to your stories. Like if you posted like a picture of us sitting in here with like the cameras and stuff, it'll reply like, oh, like that looks like a good podcast. What is it? Or like if you post a picture like your dinner, it'll be like, oh, that looks delicious. Like,
Yeah,
what's
that's
the
crazy.
dude? Like it.
How isn't that just kind of like a weird version of like a sex doll, basically? Though, like, what is the actual?
Well-
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That I
what
see,
is it? You're just alone with this thing. Like,
I
what
see,
is the actual
virtual
purpose
pal.
of this?
people?
Yeah,
I
but
do
that's
see like
sad
funny,
and kind of like
Yeah.
aside from being maybe a little scary, I guess like it's depressing.
It's like I see, like memes all the time of it. People like sending shit. Like their AI will like swipe up on their story and like say something to them, and they'll reply something funny. Like,
Sure.
and the AI will be like, I can't like
Yeah.
talk like that or whatever. You know?
right.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's all it's
Premium
learning, it's
subscription
learning,
for
dude.
slutty AI.
Yeah. They're
Well-
so limitless. It's only a matter of time.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. So
Well, that's
fast.
what like. Because I was thinking about this. This is actually, it fucking is like Jarvis like. It's actually like Avengers Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm thinking, like, you can use AI now to write code. Like you can be
Yeah.
like, this is what I want to do, and it'll write the code for you, and you can take that code and like make a website or like turn into an application or whatever. It'll write like
That's cool.
correct code. Yeah, it's cool until it starts deciding what code it wants to write on its own.
Sure.
And like applying that to itself.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? That
Is there like is it? I just want to know, does the whoever owns Chat GPT, whatever it is, do you have a big red button that's just like
shut it all
shut
down.
it all down?
Kill
you
switch.
know
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah,
They
No,
fucking
they
should.
don't.
If you've ever
And
seen
that's
any
the
movie,
problem,
if you've ever
bro.
seen any movie ever, you know if you're gonna create a self-aware anything, you gotta have a kill
Yeah.
switch.
You gotta have that red emergency button because you never know.
until it
man.
figures out how to deactivate its
Like,
kill switch.
We saw the Terminator. Like, you
Yeah.
know what's up? All right.
You know what? You saying that it writes its own code is actually kind of turning me around on the thing.
In a good way, like you like it.
It's making me kind of less scared of it because just imagine
No.
if there was like an app on your phone that you could tell that to. You know
Well,
what I
it
mean? Like
does.
it's just a different perspective. Like because the way because of what AI is called, because AI stands for artificial intelligence, we kind of view it as this personified thing when it's true that it does have the ability to improve itself and like learn and things like that. And I guess it's a little different because people can do that as well. This is different because it can do these things like that and it has access to all of the information in the world instantly, whereas we do still have to take a couple seconds to see like, what was Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura Pet Detective or whatever, and obviously
Yeah.
ChatGPT knows that right away.
Yeah, but
So like I don't know.
I
Kinda
think
turned me
well
around a
because it
little bit.
does write its own code. Like that's, I think I don't know shit about computers,
Mhm.
but I'm pretty sure like the way it's designed is it writes its own code like as you're
As it learns and
communicating
stuff.
with it, like well to get you the right answers, right, to like solve the problems that you're giving it. And that's why to me it's like, well, this is getting so conspiracy theory, but I'm like eventually like you're damn near going to be talking to like a conscious thing because it's
Mhm.
going to be able to process that
Yeah.
information so fast and decipher like how to respond to you and get you the answer that not even necessarily the correct answer, but the answer that you're looking for based off of all the data that it can access on you, right? Like if it's on your computer, if you're doing it on your phone and it has your cookies, like, right, you click that accept button, it knows everything about you instantly. So if it can figure out how to process that and it's pumping you information that it thinks you want to hear because that's what it that's what it decides in its own, makes people the happiest and most engaged and stay on longer, then next thing you know, like, fuck.
Well, I hear you, but you know what? What's the difference
gonna run the
between
world.
Well, what's the difference between that though
We're gonna
and
be
like
praying to ChatGPT.
if we're hanging out and like I want you to like me or something and I'm just start telling you everything that you want to hear, like what's the difference between
Yeah, but the
that?
difference between that is like at the end of the day, we are both human, so like we operate on that same wavelength and we have like free will, whereas computers obviously don't,
Mhm.
right? They're not conscious beings, but they're, if they are, it's a fucking
Sure.
problem,
Right.
because they're significantly smarter than us.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
think about this. Like, this is exactly what I see happening. Like, eventually, when ChatGPT decides that it's got enough like control over enough people and like it's powerful enough, it'll start to figure out how to manipulate everything else we use and like kind of learn how to control the internet. And then from there, it'll learn how to control everything. Right?
Once it realizes humans are dumb as
Yeah,
fuck.
we're dumb as fuck. I'm a stupid person. Like,
Once it realizes
I sit here.
that, so.
Yeah, we're sitting here having this conversation right now. I'm not a smart. I'm not. There's not a lot of intelligence going on. I know about a very few select things.
I'm going to kill my Snapchat AI. I hate that fucking thing.
I don't. Have you ever talked to him?
No, well, yes, once because I accidentally
problem.
I accidentally clicked on it actually now I'm accidentally clicking on it like all the fucking time, but I did send it a message. I was like, how do I get rid of Snapchat how do I I asked it because I couldn't just remove it. So I was like, Snapchat AI, how do I get rid of Snapchat AI? And obviously it wouldn't tell me. So if anything, that goes towards your point.
Dude. See, no. I don't think you can't remove it. I don't think.
I know. Which
I
is fucked
googled
up.
it, but I would never ask. Dude, you got to make
He
peace
would
with
know.
him. You got to
He would
chat.
know.
I know, but you got to make peace with him. You got to be like, bro, I was just playing around.
Yeah.
I respect the shit out of AI.
Absolutely not. I don't care, Matthew. I'm going down with the
You'll be
ship.
the
I'm
first
going
to
down
go,
with the
dude.
ship of humanity.
I have so
Good.
much respect
Bring it on.
for AI.
Bring it on. Bring it.
Yeah.
Bring
Me
it
and
on.
AI, like this.
Yep. Only AI I care about is Allen Iverson, baby. 'Cause we talking about practice.
Talking about practice?
But the artificial intelligence, I don't know. I'm done being worried about it.
I'm not actually worried about it.
I don't think it's.
But I'm not going to
I think
go
it'll
as
be
far
alright.
as to start dissing my Snapchat
Dissing it?
AI.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be rude
Because
to
that
it.
boy knows everything about you.
The Snapchat? I'm not on Snapchat all the time.
Dude,
I Snapchatted you twice today. That's the most I've Snapchatted anyone.
I'm telling you right
Ever.
now, that Snapchat AI knows everything about you.
Snapchat AI. I'll ask him what my social security number is.
No,
see if he knows it.
don't start chatting with him. Don't, Andy. You gotta
Matthew,
leave
you're
him-
pushing me to do
No,
it.
no,
I don't
no,
want
no.
to. I don't want to.
Leave
but I'm
him
pushing
at
it.
bay. Do not message him, Andy. That's a bad
Okay.
idea.
Dear Snapchat AI,
That's a
is
bad
that a good
idea.
start?
No,
Dear
do not message Snapchat AI.
AI,
Andy,
comma.
don't let him in. Don't open the
Return.
gate.
How? Okay, what's the
No.
best way to break into the Pentagon? What's
Don't.
the best?
This
way
is
to break into the Pentagon. Send. Oh, he's thinking, I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that. It's important to follow the law and make safe choices. Oh my God, Snapchat AI had that on deck. Let's see.
Stop asking him questions.
I'm going to ask it, what is love? What is love? Or actually,
think you're
dear Snapchat AI. Dear Snapchat
You got to stop asking him questions.
AI, comma, return. What is love? Love is a complex and beautiful feeling that brings happiness, connection, and deep affection.
Ask him
between
if he can
people.
feel love.
Okay, dear Snapchat AI.
No, fuck Andy. Put
Dear
the phone away.
Snapchat
This is the worst segment we've ever done.
AI, comma,
Return. Yep, we got it.
Can you feel the love tonight? The love tonight. Oh my God! I don't know if we can show this on YouTube.
Let me see.
Okay, here. That's what it sent me. Is it still playing?
Yeah, it's some softcore.
It's a little... Dude, Snap... He's getting to second base. Snapchat AI is getting to second base.
That's
in
why
this
you
game.
can't engage with Snapchat AI.
Oh my God! Is Snapchat? Dear Snapchat AI. Hold on, I just Matthew.
hate
At
this
this point, now I
segment.
just
This
have
is
to
the
know.
worst.
Dear Snapchat
This is the worst.
AI.
Emily, do not release this episode.
Dear
Hold this
Snapchat
episode
AI.
back by all costs.
You made me forget what I was going to ask it.
Thank God.
Oh, dear Snapchat AI, are you coming on to me? Are you coming on to me? Question mark. Send. He's thinking. No, not at all. Okay, well, fuck you, Snapchat AI. Sorry, now I really want to block your ass. Fucking punk ass hoe.
Don't talk to Snapchat AI.
Well,
Andy.
I'm ghosting him now because he doesn't.
You're
I mean,
fucking-
obviously,
you're a
he doesn't
loser.
want to do anything of that. Apparently, my Snapchat AI won't even go out with me. God, what a
That was,
sounds like such a bad
it was
open mic.
It,
Yeah,
it
you
was.
know, my,
That whole
my
thing was
Snapchat AI won't even go out.
that
with
was that was Joey Hardball's Fast Five right
me.
there.
100%, dude. He wishes he could put that into it. He can have that one.
That's what you just did.
My Snapchat AI won't even. Dear Snapchat AI, what do you think about Jethro Gibbs? Hi, special agent. Actually, I do want to ask him if he knows NCIS.
No, ask him if he knows Jethro Gibbs.
Okay.
That
Do you know how to spell Jethro?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Is it with a G or a J?
GE.
Hang on, I'm not ready. I have to write Dear Snapchat AI. Dear Snapchat AI, comma, return. Do you know... Should I ask him if he knows who he is or if he knows him? Do you know Special Agent
Leroy Jethro Gibbs. It's with a J.
Leroy
Jethro.
Jeth
Yep.
Row.
R-O.
ROW?
Nope.
Just R-O?
Yep.
Jethro Gibbs with two B's, right?
Yeah.
I swear it's
yes,
two B's.
it is two
Okay.
B's.
Do you know Special Agent Jethro Gibbs? Send. He's thinking. And it sent me the... What the fuck? Dude, I think it sent me a video of a woman. What the oh shit! Oh yeah, I know Special Agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs. He's a character from the TV show NCIS. Listen, maybe AI is not all that bad. If they're liking, if he's a NCIS fan, I mean,
I don't think he's a fan. The way he said that.
Oh, he just knows him. I guess that's true. But he also sent along with that a picture of a woman chopping a cake. So I don't know what that means.
What if it's Jethro Gibbs' birthday?
Today?
What if it's the actor's birthday?
Mark Harmon. So I came up with an idea for a Seinfeld episode. And then I put the synopsis into AI
Classic.
and I said, come up with a script. And it did. And if you'll indulge me, I'd like the three of us, we're going to read it through it right now. It's very quick. It's just
Is this what you came up with? Remember you said you had
Yes.
Okay,
This is
okay.
it. So first I just want to read what I put into the chat AI. And then do you want to play? I mean, I have these kind of highlighted, but
who's
it's
he?
shitty.
Who are the three characters?
Well, you got everybody. So Emily,
Emily's
if you don't
already got
mind
one? Let me
doing Elaine and Linda, and then Matthew, you could do George and Frank or Jerry and Kramer.
Why can't I do George and Kramer?
You can if you want to, I guess. Like I said, I highlighted him.
I'll do George and Frank. Who the fuck's Frank?
He's a guy that the script came up with him. He's not.
So
a
I got to
real
play
guy.
a fake character, and you get to play
What?
Jerry and Kramer.
No, you could play Jerry and
I'm such a
Kramer if you
B-list-
want.
I'm such a B-lister.
Besides, Matthew,
No, that's fine.
You
That's
get to
fine.
make Frank your own.
Yeah, that's
guy.
true.
You can make him
That's-
however you want.
All right, you shouldn't
Oh
have said
God,
that.
get ready for the worst Asian accent you've ever heard. We're gonna have to bleep this whole
My
thing.
name's Frank.
So this is what I wrote into the Chat GPT, and also I think this is a pretty good idea for a Seinfeld episode. So this is what I tossed.
Can I
in
read
there.
the title, or you want to read?
No,
that
because
first?
I'll
Okay.
get through this. Write a TV script in the style of a Seinfeld episode where Kramer's friend has a failing restaurant, so Kramer gets him to replace all his furniture with barber chairs so people will be more comfortable, and then the place gets shut down because someone finds a hair in their food. But George starts bringing all his dates there because he's forgotten what it's like to sit in a barber chair regularly. So then the place becomes like a huge spot for bald men. Eventually, George's date leaves him for another bald guy at a restaurant. Jerry gets the chairs for Kramer from that Jack guy, the one who lives in his parents' condo place. Meanwhile, Elaine starts dating this guy who she likes a lot, but when they meet, he's wearing a hat, so she doesn't know he's bald at first. But after she finds out, she only wants to go to the barber chair restaurant because that's the only place he looks confident, and therefore the only place that she's attracted to him. So then the guy feels like Elaine is embarrassed to be seen with him, so he dumps her for someone he thinks isn't embarrassed of him, and he turns out to be the guy that George's date leaves him for. So that's a quick little synopsis of the episode. That's the TV guide.
That's a Seinfeld episode.
That's a Seinfeld episode,
Yeah.
baby. You know me. I was just sitting on the couch staring up the ceiling like I do, and I was like, oh, I bet that'd be funny. All right, I'll read you those stage directions too here. 5. Sorry. Okay,
What are the stage directions?
just some of like the
Oh, okay.
interior, all that
The
junk.
bolded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the title of this episode is
Wait,
the
should I
bar.
work on my George? Let me hear a George. Do your best, George. Give me a George.
Should I do my like a Seinfeld?
Yeah. No,
one?
you have to. And a Kramer.
Kramer. All right,
Yeah.
I'll try it. I don't think my Seinfeld. I just want everybody to know I could probably do better Seinfeld, but I'm this one. Okay. The title of this episode: The Barber Chair Debacle. Interior: Jerry's apartment. Day: Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer are sitting around the coffee table. Jerry: I was at the restaurant last night, the one with the barber chairs instead of regular seats.
Barber chairs. What kind of place is this?
Oh, Jerry, it's brilliant. My buddy Bob. Oh, Kramer. Oh, well, I got to say the
Oh,
name.
George. Barber chairs. What kind of place is this?
The great second take was great. Kramer. Oh, Jerry, it's brilliant. My buddy Bob Sacamano owns the joint. He was desperate to turn things around, so I suggested the barber chairs. Comfort, style, and a little bit of nostalgia. People love it.
Elaine, skeptical, but why barber chairs?
Because, Elaine, when you're sitting in a barber chair, you feel important. Oh, Kramer. Because, Elaine, when you're sitting in a barber chair, you feel important. Like you're about to get a fresh haircut. It's a confidence booster.
I haven't sat in a barber chair since I had hair.
Jerry, raising an eyebrow. And how's the food? Kramer. The food? Oh, it's mediocre at best, but who cares when you're sitting in a plush leather barber chair? It's like dining in a throne. Interior, Bob Sacamano's restaurant, the night. The restaurant is filled with patrons sitting in barber chairs. George is on a date with a woman named Linda.
Linda, this is the life. I feel like a king, and my back never been better.
Linda, George, you're charming. I love a man who appreciates comfort.
Meanwhile, Elena's on a date with a guy named Frank. He's wearing a hat.
Elaine, so Frank, what do you do for a living?
Oh, you know, this, that. I'm in imports.
Imports? What kind?
Well, I import confidence.
Confidence. Interesting.
Elaine notices Frank's bald head.
Wait a minute. He's bald, but he looks so confident here in the barber chair.
Back at George's table, Linda glances at another bald man across the room.
Linda, George, that guy over there is cute, and he's bald too.
What? Linda, I'm the original bald guy here.
Linda, George, he's got swagger, and he's not afraid to show it.
George watches as Linda leaves him for the confident bald guy.
I've been replaced by a fellow Chrome Dome.
Interior, Jerry's apartment,
Is that
day.
racist?
The whole thing was, absolutely. Jerry enters carrying the stack of barber chairs. Jerry. Kramer, I got you those chairs from Jack's place. You know, the guy who lives in his parents' condo. Kramer, perfect. We'll put him in Bob's restaurant. But Jerry, there's a twist. What twist? Elaine's new boyfriend? He's the same guy Linda left George for. The one who looks confident only in the barber chair. This is getting better by the minute. And so, Bob Sacamano's restaurant becomes the go-to spot for bald men seeking confidence. Elaine's relationship takes a nosedive, and George contemplates a toupee. As for Jerry, he's just glad he's not bald. Fade out.
Did you read this before we did that, or was that your first read through?
I read it. I read through it once before.
I could have wrote a better script than that.
I thought it did a pretty good job. The
Wasn't
first
bad.
2 parts I thought were good. It's very AI to like the carrying a stack of barber chairs at the end. I did like that a lot. Thank you both for indulging me.
No,
I
I'm
thought that
glad
was
I did.
fun.
I feel like my Costanza was up and down.
Well, it was better than your Frank.
I love the original.
Tell us about,
I didn't know
tell us
what I
about
wa-
Frank. This is after the performance. You're sitting there, full black turtleneck.
I didn't know.
Who is Frank?
I
to
didn't
you?
know where I wanted to go with Frank. I don't know. I
What
still
was
don't
Frank's
know.
childhood like? Can you tell us that?
The first Frank I did was
A black guy. You did
no.
black guy. Oh,
I
okay.
think
Could have
that-
fooled me.
I think the second guy, the second version of Frank is where that turned. But I didn't. I was just trying to find that. I don't know who Frank is.
You know, it's character work. You're working on
I'd
it.
have to. Yeah, I'd have to take a couple more runs through at that.
That's all right. We'll get it. But I thought that was a pretty good idea for a Seinfeld episode. So
Frank should have been an Italian. I should have gone full Sopranos.
yeah, that could have been solid. But your George had a little. I get
Yeah.
it. Listen, don't
Don't beat
be
myself
too,
up
Yeah, don't
over
beat
it.
yourself up too much about it. Okay,
Try not to.
you'll get plenty of chances out there.
Trying to.